Have you ever pondered what fear truly is? Is it an enemy or an ally? And what is the role of faith when fear takes hold? Today we delve into the timeless tales of the Bible, where characters triumphed over fear through the power of faith. First, let's journey back to the era of the young shepherd boy David. Remember the colossal Philistine warrior Goliath? Everyone was terrified of him, but not David. Armed with only a slingshot and 5 smooth stones, David faced the giant. But what was his real weapon? It was his unwavering faith in God. Even in the face of fear, David didn't falter. Instead, he boldly declared, "The Lord who rescued me from the paw of the lion and the paw of the bear will rescue me from the hand of this Philistine." And indeed, he did. Fast forward to the New Testament and we find the story of Peter, a disciple of Jesus. One stormy night, the disciples saw Jesus walking on water, and they were terrified, thinking they'd seen a ghost. Peter, though initially afraid, found courage in his faith. He asked Jesus to command him to come to him on the water. With his eyes fixed on Jesus, Peter did the impossible. He walked on water. It was only when he let fear creep in and took his eyes off Jesus that he began to sink. But even then, Jesus reached out and saved him. Let's also not forget the story of Daniel. Thrown into a den of lions for disobeying the king's order to pray only to him, Daniel faced what could have been certain death. However, Daniel remained steadfast in his faith. He did not cower in fear. Instead, he trusted God wholeheartedly. And what happened? God sent an angel to shut the lions' mouths, and Daniel emerged unharmed. In each of these stories, fear was a natural response to the circumstances. But faith was the game changer. It was faith that turned fear into courage, weakness into strength, and impossibility into possibility. In summary, these biblical narratives teach us that fear, while a natural human emotion, can be conquered by faith. David, Peter, and Daniel, they all faced their fears, not with physical might, but with unwavering faith in God. Their stories remind us that faith is not the absence of fear, but the strength to face it. So, when you find yourself gripped by fear, remember these stories. Remember that faith can be your shield against fear. For as the good book reminds us, for God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. May these stories of faith overcoming fear serve as a beacon of hope and courage in your life. And remember, no matter how big the fear, faith is always bigger. Thank you for joining us in this journey through the Bible. Until next time, keep your faith strong and your heart courageous.